Hello, my name is Steve Bailey. I'd like to give you a rundown on just a few of the things that CLC does. This is a CLC meeting with all its members from all over the southern half of the Northern Territory. It's a very big area, about 750,000 kilometres. There are about 90 members from all over Central Australia, chosen by communities to represent them on the Land Council. Most meetings are held out in the bush, sometimes in the most remote places. The Land Council field staff cook for everyone at these meetings. They provide up to 1,000 meals a day. These Land Council meetings are very important. It's the only time Aboriginal from Central Australia get together to talk about what's on their mind and talk about some of the confusing changes that are going on in the communities these days. There's a Land Council office in Alice Springs and all its regions, and its staff are made up of lots of different people. There are people employed for their local knowledge. We got lawyers.
My name's James Nugent. I'm one of the lawyers at the Land Council. And there's quite a few Land Council staff here.
Anthropologists, geologists, land management folk. The CLC has been going for more than 30 years. What makes the Land Council strong is the Land Rights Act.
I now place in the hands of the Uluru Katachuta Aboriginal Land Trust the title deeds.
That's the same law that allowed Aboriginal people to get Aboriginal land back. Now half the land in our region is Aboriginal land.
There are 4 land holding groups in the Native Title Claim Group.
The CLC also works under the Native Title Act. These laws are made in Canberra, federal law.
We're still keen to drill some more holes in the same area.
When companies want to look for minerals or do any development on Aboriginal land, they must get permission from traditional owners. It's the CLC's job to come out and talk to you, the traditional owner, about what you think of that idea.
So what do you reckon?
The first step is to talk to the right people. This is really important, and that's where the anthropologist comes in. They go out and talk to a lot of people and find out who are the right people who can talk for that bit of land. This avoids any disputes further down the track. Any agreements signed are safe. People need to be fully informed about what companies want to do so they can make a decision on their land, whether they will allow it or not. If you say yes, the CLC will write up an agreement with that company. Sometimes they say no. There may be too many sacred sites on that land, and they don't want people running around in there.
So if we block this off 10 k's from that spot there.
There has been a lot of mining in Central Australia, and the CLC has worked hard to help people get jobs in the mining industry. And now there are more than 80 people working in the mining industry in and around Central Australia.
I got this job through CLC. I was on trial for 3 months. Now I'm with HWE full-time with backfill.
Another one of CLC's jobs is to help people manage their land. The CLC helps people with issues like fire management, feral animal control, protecting endangered species, national parks, tourism, planning for Indigenous protected areas, recording Indigenous ecological knowledge, so that this can be passed on from generation to generation.
What the Marawaj? Nambukan lang lali biangan ay gun bungan nambiat.
Nano nga badwita.
That's a little
Well bajiri. Jitrek nanga.
And helping people to run their country as cattle stations.
Keep going until he finds it. Right, now go with him.
A really exciting development is our ranger groups working out in the bush. These jobs provide employment where there are few jobs, and they are very popular.
We're just doing a little survey on this waterhole here.
I love to be working for CLC, and I'm glad to be a ranger because I really want to look after my own countryside.
Worked there now 3 years. What's gonna like him now job? Then kain pull over an old man Canada trip. Push over. Put a game gala jarang out. A chuman gal one bagot.
A really important part of CLC's work now involves community development, letting Aboriginal people decide what they want to do on their communities.
Because they got this land, they have now been able to take another step forward. They now spend a good proportion of the money they receive in gate and rent fees for the community development initiatives in their community.
Years ago, traditional owners from Uluru, Karajuda, they came up with an idea, to start a community development project. And it's a good one because it's helping a lot of other, communities, small air stations, Kapamanangu Kulupa, Tarpajana Manika, Uluru rent kite, Tarpajana Kulupa, Nyarapalu, and a Pakajuna project.
This store at Inmanfa made a big difference to the people of the community. It looks a bit flasher than the other one that we had. It is a really good thing that they did that, to make it better for the whole community.
Anang was money on Anang's land, and we wanting to use that money to spend it up in a good way, to make a better lifestyle for people to live in, make it good for, our young people, for the future, their well-being, health, feeling good about themselves.
The Central Land Council has been working very closely with Yapa on the Warlpiri Education and Training Trust since 2005.
The local people talk about and decide how they want to spend their royalties to make their communities better.
Kira kumara muna jilla chal bagai government klangwang lawa ya pak langong ba na muna ko jiran.
There are for Warlpiri community, Lajamane, Yendame, Wilara and Nyirpi. This money comes from royalty from Newman, and we use this money for education for Warlpiri people. I am really happy and really proud of what is happening for our Warlpiri kids and through our Warlpiri communities and through Warlpiri schools. These career really are helping us and supporting us, and we are all working together to make this Warlpiri Education Training Trust happen for Warlpiri.
people. You are good.
With help from the CLC, communities in Central Australia are investing for a better future.